I'm Elaine. I'm the founder and the CEO of CNEW International. It's a company to provide leadership training consultancy in Singapore and China over the last 7 years. And mostly we are working with business leaders and entrepreneurs in the personal development. And I came to Singapore when I was 19 years old, internship, and joined the company. I started my very entry job as a HR assistant for a few years. I worked up to the management level and I quit the job. And I failed 2 businesses before. The first one after about 1 year and the second one about 2 years, and I quit. And the second business gave me into the darkest moment in my life. We had to realize I need to develop myself. I need to learn to do business if I still want to do business. But the thing is, even after 2 businesses failed, I still want to do business. And when that time, my only motivation is to make money. And I went to US to undergo the training mentorship certification in the US over 6 months. And I came back to Singapore. I personally go through the process. I see the transformation within myself. I believe that works for whoever is aspiring to live a life with a purpose. That's how I started. My personal experience, the first 2 years, especially for first 2 years in Singapore, was extremely challenging, and a lot of times I want to give up. At first in Singapore, in terms of professional development and leadership development, it's a very high expectation from clients, and also it's a very saturated market. In almost after 9 months, we have the first paid clients. Myself, I always share the story. I have been eating chicken rice over 6 months, and every day I only can spend $2.50 because that is the cheapest food, and that's the only savings I can have. That's what I'm been through. But whenever I look back, I'm grateful for the hardship or that moment of the experiencing to live a life with a simplicity. And that teach me along the way after the years how I'm doing the business through. And during the training and the consultancy and the mentorship speaking, the conferences over the years in Singapore and China, especially in China. And overall, we have been trained over 500,000 leaders. But the heartfelt moment is you see the true transformation from every person who are striving for living a life with a meaning, keep it going. There was a moment I almost want to give up. Took my phone to make a phone call, but my phone cut off by Intel. Say because you didn't pay the payment, and then you cannot do the call. And that is the moment I completely broke out, and I cried out to the Lord. And that's the moment I want to give up. I want to give up the business. I want to go back to the corporate, have a normal life, have a secure income. That is. And what I did, I took a long day walk, and I sat down along the Bay Area. I spent some time with myself, and I was asking myself that question, and that question helped me back to the business. I asked myself, what if today the financial pressure, relationship, or struggles or hardship is not a concern in my life or in the business? What would I do in my life? What would I do? How do I want to live my life? And the straight away answer from the deep of my heart, the bottom of my heart is, I want to do teaching. I want to do speaking. I want to do coaching. I want to do mentorship. As I'm so passionate about it, and I'm so firmly believe it that works. If whoever wants to live a life with the inspiration, with the meaning, that is the process every one of us we can go through, we can learn. And in fact, everyone can make a difference. And that's that moment I realized that no matter how hard it is, what is ahead of me or the business, or whatever struggles in the business, or even money or relationship, I'm going to do what I'm continuing doing now. And that is amazingly, Next day, we got a call from the client, so we have been following up over 6 months. They say, Elaine, we decided to do the training with your company. That's the moment of the starting turning point of the business. Entrepreneurship is a calling. Not everyone can give up the sacrifice, can go for and jump to the ocean. Just someone approached me on LinkedIn, and a close brother in the fellowship who sent me the same information about the launching last 2019, the November launching event for 360 in China. We started the business, and I'm the only Christian in the business. That's how one of my prayer to the Lord is, I bless me, bring me more Christian leaders, Christian like-minded business leaders, entrepreneurs into the business. And when I got the message, I thought, wow, it's a great mission initiative, especially in the digital mission, digitalization for business, to encourage startups as well. And during the launching event, I fully rise on it, the whole session and the experiences, and then I approached SC. That was the first time I met SC on the stage, and I shared with him, and then he said, Elaine, we can do this together. That's how we come together at CM360 for his leadership and for his heart, what God calls him to do in the next stage of his life, which I truly admire. His dedication, his devotion in this call, in this project. And the second is before COVID, actually we are in the 360 very often. Some have a coffee, sit down, chat with the people, the existing members and the new people coming. It's a very, I always say it's a very family, close connector. You know, the people come here, you have a basic trust already, who are Christian and who are driven by starting a business and who had good ideas and connections as well. And sometimes when we talk with the different members, people come to 360 and you get new ideas as well, and you make connection, you make friendship, and that's how you start to enlarge your network. And I think most of them, especially every time do the partner project sharing 5 minutes to 7 minutes for the young startup, and half of the life they're seeking for, they're called up by the Lord to do the project. I'm really in awe and amazed by the project, the innovative as well, and the daring to step up. And even some of them do the mission as a project to reach out to overseas as well, helping the overseas business or education. So I'm inspired by what their heart God called them and God provided them. But really living by faith, by trusting the Lord, and know the Lord is guiding us. Like the Lord is the one who lead the business, who bless the business. Understand the pain as an entrepreneur. It's not all about glamorous or making money, you know. In fact, it's a tough job. It's a tough job. And even I ask myself, if I can go back 10 years ago, if I have another choice, will I still want to be an entrepreneur? I do not know the answer. Probably I don't. Especially for business, startup, and entrepreneurs who want there to live out the call. It's God-inspired calling your business, because that is where the motivation, the sources come from. Take the call from the Lord, and at the same time, who desire to connect with the like-minded, mission-minded community. No, you will find your co-founders, you will find your business partner from there, or even you can find your clients from there who support one another. So I will highly encourage, especially for Christian entrepreneurs, startups, whoever desire for have the quality network and resources, and CM360 will be a place to go.